What is up, friends? Hopefully you can hear me. That was officially the absolute fastest I've ever turned on my stream. I think I did it in 20 seconds. Absolutely ridiculous. I thought this morning's just been in a rush, and I literally just sat down and I was like, we're going to do a stream. Let's do it. And then I hit go, and I have a little 2-minute countdown, and I literally camera, lights, microphone, headphones, turn the audio interface on, open up Pro Tools. So there we go. Glad you guys are here. This has been a wild week. Crazy wild week. Let me fix my little camera angle real quick. Bam. It's been a wild week because we got to record with the Budapest strings, choir, brass, and now I have all the files from all the soloists. If you joined us yesterday, we combined all the stuff together, all the ingredients to make the first track called, what did we do yesterday? Echo of Seasons. And today, yes, Robin, we know the true fans, Matt and Rob. That's right. Today, over the next hour, that's all I have. I'm going to do my very best to mix the next track, which is called The Sufferers Cant. Now, I spent about 30 minutes before this stream, hopefully getting everything as close to ready as possible. If you want to watch my whole mixing process from step 1 of new session, you can go back to yesterday's stream, the Echo of Seasons track. And I literally spent an hour going through every little detail of how I set up the routing and all that good stuff. So I'm not going to do that again in front of you. So I am ready to just knock this junk out. I don't know what anything sounds like, and I'm super excited. So here's where I just left off. What I learned yesterday is with Pro Tools, at least the edition I have, you can only handle 100 tracks at one time active. And so I went ahead and saved a whole bunch of time by exporting the overdub strings 1 and 2. I did my crossfades and everything and just did the simplest little mix. That way they're just 2 tracks now. So a couple things I need to do to be fully ready is we need to create, let's say, probably 6 or 7 aux tracks just to kind of finalize our groupings here. I'm going to make them all green. And let's label some stuff. So in order, I'll call this, hey, what's up again, Micah? Welcome back. I know, just impromptu streams all over the place this week. Let's call this strings aux. We'll do overdub 1 and 2 there as well. Let's see, I need choir up top. So this will be choir aux. This will be choir overdub aux. Down here, this will be brass aux, brass overdub aux. I decided after yesterday's stream, I don't want to do a stems aux. There's no real purpose behind that. What else do I need? I need a reverb. And that should be everything. So what I'm going to do is on the reverb, we're going to slap on my favorite reverb, which is 2C Aether. Exactly what we did yesterday. So we're going to do 100% of Hall 2. And now if we create some sends, we're going to send to the reverb. And yesterday I landed on something like, I think it was -18 was the sweet spot. Every track's going to be slightly different, but -18 is a good starting point. And I'm going to copy that out for my choir. And then I want brass to be the next. So brass is going to be 20, -20. Hope someone's following. How you guys doing today? What you up to? What you up to today, Micah? And then we also want to do strings. All the strings should have the same, so let's make it -22. And then what I need to do is go through each of the track groupings and do two things. First things first, I want to label. Oh yeah, I have to do this first. Sorry, I have to do my my routings this way. So the auxes, inputs, outputs. Let me think. The inputs need to be these buses. Whoops, I made a mistake. There. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let me go ahead and, if that was 7, 8, 9, 10, this would be 11, 12. Like this. I'm going to keep the order. And then reverb. Doesn't need one. That's the input. That's the output. Looking good, looking good. Let's go ahead and set everything to the correct bus order. So the way I do that is I first do choir. It's going to be bus 1, 2. And then we're going to create a group called choir. Hopefully you can see what I'm doing here. I'm really moving fast today. I hope that's okay, because I went slow yesterday. If you want to follow up on all that. Okay, this next one, this is going to be bus 3, 4. This is the overdub choir. So we're going to call this choir overdub. Down here, we now have strings. So we're going to send the bus to 5, 6. Call this strings. We've already done the overdub 1 and 2 for strings. I did that before the stream. And now brass, let me double check my routing. Brass should be 11, 12. Let's make sure we get those in. Here we go. Bus 11, 12. Create the brass aux grouping. And then down here, overdubs should be the final one. 13, 14. Let's make a brass overdub grouping. Woohoo! Then what's left are the solo instruments. So we have hammer dulcimer. Let's get these color coded. These guys right here. Haven't done anything yet. Yesterday I did an orangey color, which was nice. And then down here we have all of the stems. So I want to rearrange these just slightly to keep all the drums together. Let's keep the harp up top. The hurdy-gurdy drone needs to hang out up here. This way. And I'll go ahead and mark him orange. And yesterday we did 40% left. And we also did violin, 20% left. We did hurdy-gurdy, 20% right. Just trying to match some of the settings from yesterday. And then, down here, let's actually label our stems. So, harp, Armageddon ensemble, cymbals, man, we're flying. Toms, low drum, orc chimes, snares, sticks, strings caligno, and timpani. So because this strings is in the wrong section, let's move him with all of his string buddies, which should be here. But because that's a little confusing, I'm just going to put it up here with the other strings right there. Strings caligno, and I'll give him the same reverb send as his friends. I'll turn him way down, and that should be good. Micah asks if I upgraded Pro Tools. No, I didn't need to. I don't feel the need to, because I was able to create some, whatever you call it, a consolidated down by exporting all of my overdub 1s and 2s for strings. So it saved me 20-something tracks, which now allows me to be under the 100 threshold. So I'm happy with that. I don't need to edit on that granular level anyway for the overdubs, which are just little effects and stuff. Like, there's really no need. Okay, besides that, I feel like I'm going to want to use the exact same Tom Holkenberg percussion that I ended up using yesterday on Echo of Seasons. So I'm just going to open up that session to grab that one patch, which was really, really nice addition there at the end of the stream if you were there, which was this one right here. So I'm just going to import that as a new track here at the bottom. And now that's just going to sit up top and we can play with it as needed. And I'm actually going to mute that clip until we need it. And now it's there. It's ready to go if we need to add some beefier percussion. And hey, what's up, Liminal? Glad you're here. I know this is an impromptu stream, but I'm still glad we're doing it. This is really forcing me to just do the work instead of, whining, complaining, etc. I think we're pretty solid there. Now I am going to start by muting all of the percussion because I don't need that right now. There's so much content here. So now that everything is routed, let's start. Let's just see what happens. Today, like usual, I like to start with the brass or the strings. I think strings are like the most important thing in this track today. So let's actually start with strings. We're going to solo strings, all the stringy things, and we're just going to go. Ready, set, here we go. This is called The Sufferers Cant. Do you guys remember this recording session, how so hard this was? Like, they had to record everything in 2-bar chunks in some of these parts because they're just so maddeningly difficult up there in the high range for firsts. The conductor, they said, if you were there, this is nearly impossible. We should just move on. No, we shan't. We must do the can't. We shan't the can't. And so we did it. We shan't the can't. And it took us forever and a day to do it, but we did it. I'm very excited about that. Okay, anyway. Some of these parts are just ridiculous. I mean, look at that. They had to take like 2 bars at a time. That's right. If Sakimoto wills it, it shall be done. I love how this track is called Cant. The Sufferers Cant. That's pretty accurate. This track is the lament of the violins. And the trumpets, if you remember them struggling too. So my timings are off, but that's okay. I'll get it. All right, let's fix this. I feel like these two are off by at least a bar. I'm not sure where. Let's explore where these are supposed to go. I'm thinking everything's off this way. Let's see what happens. Got it. Found it. Cool. Let's keep rolling. All right, so here's a moment where I desperately need to go into the playlists. Uh-oh, it's yelling at me. Oh, because, I mean, look how many colorful rainbows. That's how many times we did this. Isn't that insane? I did it like 15 times. This is where comping comes into play. We didn't do this yesterday. This is a super powerful technique. So what I'm going to do is take the best take from each and splice them together. So this is a bit of a journey. This is why we group stuff together. So the way this works, I'm going to do something like this. So I'm going to take the best of each take. You'll notice how it grabs it from every instrument group, which is pretty insane because we're talking like 100 tracks right here. It's very colorful. And what we do is we drag it up to the top. So I'm going to be smart. I'm just going to use the grid. This is one of those Pro Tools things that's just absolutely earth-shattering if you do it right. So what I'm trying to do is find the best take, which theoretically would be usually the last take of each. The reason I'm not using the big global one is because if you were at the session, we did everything in 2-bar phrases, and then at the end I asked if they would just do one pass, and obviously as we just learned it was pretty bad. So my goal now is just to move the best take to the top like that. And then let's find the next one, which should be hiding right around here. It's a bit of a Where's Waldo experience, but that's it. We're just going to take it, drag it up. Let's find the next one, which should be bar 34. Let's find the best one, which is usually the bottom one. It's unclear which one's actually the final, because there's so freaking many takes. But for whatever reason, it looks like they did all 4 together, which I don't like. I'm guessing it's this one. It's a pretty safe guess. Let's make sure it's good to go. And we're just going to drag this guy way up to the top. Making sure they all say tree. Yeah, playlists are freaking incredible. Okay, and then the last one should be... It's one of these two. It's hard to tell. I'll just grab this one for now. since there's so many, and I could like spend an hour alone just choosing the right 4, but that doesn't matter too much. Instead, let's just see what happens when I get rid of the playlist view and go back to waveform. It should combine all 4. No, that's not what I wanted. Hold on. Yikes. I hope I didn't screw it up. Oh, I did screw it up. I just screwed it up in a very small way. I put these in the wrong lane. They're supposed to go there. Aha, see how it replaces them all with the fun colors? So now it just visually shows us that these were the comped versions instead of the blue, which is just so cool. So I'm not going to crossfade them just yet. I just want to make sure that I have the right notes. Heck yeah, I love Pro Tools. Yay! Okay, that worked out magically. And then I'm going to continue everything. I got to figure out where this all goes. Is it here now? Okay, yeah, there is a rest there, if I remember correctly. So the best way to do this is just to kind of scrub it through like that. Looking good, looking good. And now just use Pro Tools' best function, which is just a simple crossfade. Pro Tools is the king of crossfades. It's just so good at it. And I'm going to use the slip tool up here so that I can get super duper granular on each of these so that it sounds as realistic as possible. And if you remember from the session, I asked the players to land on the first note of the next measure. So as they were playing, that way, when I do a crossfade, it's going to replace that slur, that legato motion, and sound as realistic as possible. That's a trick I learned learning how to build contact instruments and sample instruments. Is you always try to give yourself the note that is going to be transitioned, and you just give yourself so much more realism. So if you see right here, I'm going to take this and drag it over ever so slightly, and now when I do my crossfade, it should be very seamless. And the cool thing about crossfades is you really don't even have to drag it. It's going to automatically do it. Okay, here we go. Right here, just like that. And it should work just based on the way that we recorded it. And Pro Tools is absolutely struggling because now that I activated the playlist, it has like 1,000 extra tracks it didn't want to load. There we go. And that should solve it. Let's hope. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Here we go. Let me do the volume thingy. There we go. Magic! It's magic! Dun 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 digga digga. I love Pro Tools so much. I love it as much as I hate it. Yay! Alright, this take sucks. So here's all we have to do. Let's go to playlist. Let's find that one clip only. It's going to yell at me all day about not having enough space, but screw you, Pro Tools. So that one take, which is this one, let's find one of the last ones. Take 59. Holy canola oil. It doesn't mean it was actually the 59th take. It means it was, this is kind of confusing, but it was take 36 in total. And of those takes, here's the 43rd clip. And of those 43 takes, here's the, because of the microphone placement, there's number 2. Holy moly, because I cut it up. I mean, look at my clip list. This is bananas and a half. Banana split right there. Anyway, Hopefully that's the correct. Yeah, that one's the one I don't like. So I'm going to take just that guy. We're going to drag him up. Oops. This is where the grid tool is super helpful because you want to stay perfectly. I could cut and paste it, but that always scares me. I never know what I'm going to grab. I like to just manually come up here, drag it. Now I've replaced it. And now, theoretically, once I bump the volume to 9 to match its comrades and go back over here to waveform, it should magically... this is why grouping exists, because if you don't have grouping on, then you would have only done it for that one instance. Let me go back to slip. And this is how we utilize our multiple takes to our advantage. Okay, I now fully realize the stupidity of my decision. See, silly me, I grabbed the last take, which is the one that I didn't like to start with. So I need to go to the second to last take. Whoopsies. Try again. Let's try that one. It looks different too. I think I literally just replaced it with the same audio file. Silly Steven. Tricks are for kids. All right, here we go. Using my delicious crossfade button, which is literally just the letter F when you have this little AZ button enabled, which is another Pro Tools secret. Okay, it sounds good. My crossfade is just really bad. It's a crossfade issue, nothing else. So here's an issue where probably gonna do one of these like super duper long ones. This is where you just gotta be creative. So it sounds like we need this one to extend. Alright, I might just move this clip over to fill the gap. So hard. They slayed it though. Cool. Onward. Taking a lot of time on the strings, but I kind of have to. It's the backbone of the whole track. Ooh, let's get rid of all that nasty room noise with some fades. Oh, it's stuck in this track. That's what's going on. I was crossfading the wrong track. Ooh, that was off. Gross. It's cool. Super cool. I guess it's on time. What's this guy doing? Let me move this over. I want to kill this one. Sounding good. All right. Cool. Let's start mixing in some other stiffs. All right, that's the strings. Let's grab the brass. I'm liking it so far. What do you guys think? It's not perfect, but it's close. It's way closer than when we started, right? Basically trying to get a draft together today to send to the team to get some feedback on some things they'd like to hear differently and whatnot, so I can do a second pass. But first pass, going pretty good so far. Let's add in our brass friends, which includes all of this down here. All right, let's grab some brass buddies. It's going to be yummy and juicy. Here we go. What's going on? Why does that sound bad? What did I do wrong? Brass, reverb, aux, 1, 2, 12, 13, 14. Sounds suspiciously thin. Let's try again. Could be because I don't have the imager on it that I was using yesterday. So for consistency's sake, I'm going to import my session data from Echo of Seasons. Let's see what I did with my choir aux and my brass aux. Let's see if that makes a difference. They probably just appeared here at the bottom. Oh no, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to throw my imager from yesterday. Let's see. That's going to make a difference for sure. Okay, so here it is with my imager. So here it is right here. Boom. So it's a 30% imager. So it's going to spread out the width of the brass. And of course, I need to give some more volume too. And hey, what's up? We have Andrew. Have you been here? Sorry if you've been here, Andrew. What's up? I've been a little focused. All right, I think we're making really good progress. The brass still sounds very thin to me, and it's frustrating. Not quite sure why. The strings sound so alive and vibrant. It might actually work out better as soon as we add the choir in, because the choir is going to be very bright. So maybe having the darker, mellow horns and such works out really well. Not sure. This is my first time throwing in or recording live brass ensembles. It sounds amazing. Let's throw in some choir and let's see what else we can do in the next 10, 15 minutes. This is the fastest mix ever, but yeah, let's get her done. So here we go. We're going to add some choir. Choir definitely needs a boost. I can already tell. Oh, it looks like I already did. I've already done some boosts. So here we go. Let's see what happens. Whoa. That's like Sephiroth level awesomeness. Oh my gosh, I'm in love. All right, let me actually select all the choir parts. I can't believe how cool that was. Ah! That also reminds me of Prince of Egypt. The big choir, male choir. Oh, I'm so excited to double. Let's just go. Let's just do it. that's sounding so cool. Choir needs some love in the reverb department. Let's get him cranking. It needs to be like negative 12. Yeah, I think it's going to start to shine. Ooh, that's so cool. All right, so one of the dangers here is, hey, thanks, Michael. And what's up, Spiral? Glad you're here. Yeah, when you guys hit the thumbs up on these videos, it definitely recommends it to more people who are subscribed. It's just part of the YouTube algorithm. I appreciate you guys doing that. Let's see, right here we need... I was going to do something. Oh, yeah. We need to do polyphonic elastic audio. At least on these two parts, we need to do da, 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 da. Let's do quarter note quantizing. It's going to put some lines and kind of help it be better timing wise. Here we go. It's still loading all the elastic audio. Well, looks like we need eighth notes instead. It's not quite playing along yet. I'll probably have to quantize every freaking note in this thing. It's a little tricky. The choir definitely rushed. The way to do this, if you really want to get into it, which sounds like I might have to, is you just go in here and you add little lines. Like here. Not bad at all. This helps a lot. Just going in here and doing a little time stretching. That sounds so good. Because of that note right there, we're going to have to throw on a compressor over here in the aux. Something very light, but it will certainly help. So let's grab Pro C. Let's see if that solves it. Not quite. Cool, that was an easy solve. This is the Esper battle moment from Final Fantasy XII. That's what I always refer to. I love these chords so much. They're the most Sakimoto things ever. Those strings will need some quantizing love later. Favorite part. This is like every epic movie trailer ever. Okay. I think these were the shouts. That's so good. All right. Let me unmute these. I'm glad we did that. We did 2 passes, one shouting and one on pitch. So I can actually take the shouts and turn them down a little bit. And they actually give the character of the shout, but the other one gives the pitch, which is actually really cool. That was a Catherine suggestion. So props to Catherine Wynn, my orchestrator. Well, I'm the orchestrator for this one. My copyist. She's actually the copyist for Blizzard, so she's the real deal. She suggested doing both. And I think she's a genius. Thanks, Catherine. If you just happen to be watching, I doubt you are. You're probably out recording more Blizzard scores right now, but I'll give it to you. Love that. What a cool combo. Let's get the shouts first. Nice. Yeah, that's a cool metal band thing too, huh, Micah? Screamo choir. All right, moving on. This melody is stuck in my head forevermore. Major and minor, major and minor. And now it gets to be stuck in your head forever too. Welcome to the club. Now you just gotta go sing "We All Live in a Yellow Submarine." What a terrible take. Hold on. They were not together. Let's find the clip. Gross. It's like hiding in here. Ugh, let me find it. It's this one. Da 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 dum bum. We take the last of the bunch, which will be this one. We gridify it. And then just drag it up. Hold up, what's happening? That's not what I wanted at all. Yikes. Let me find it. Na 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 ma ma. This take is hiding. It's this one. This is the one I want. I just have to, I guess, move him here. Is that how we do it? And then go back to waveform, and hopefully that solved it. Let's find out. I think that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's way better. All right, we're getting close. Let's add the soloists. And we'll be in business. We still have percussion. Yikes. Okay. So next up, let's mute some of this stuff. Let's get hammer dulcimer, which is this right here. Let's see how he's doing. Cool technique. It's like ricochet. A good suggestion from Michael to cut the mid frequencies from the hammer dulcimer. That's a good idea. Cool. That's really coming across very nice. Let's get the hurdy-gurdy now. Ooh, what do you mean you're hearing the choir clip? Where at? Or it could just be a mixing thing I'm not hearing. I'd love to hear. I wonder if one of these doesn't have a fade or something. It's quite possible, given how quickly I'm moving. Anyway, let me know. What's up, Bailey Barnes? Glad you're here. We're almost done. We're almost done. I don't want to go much longer. I have other deadlines and appointments today I must keep. All right, so hurdy-gurdy. Let's see if we can make this thing sound good. It's always a challenge. Hurdy-gurdy is just very challenging. It's a cool instrument, but it's just a mess to mix. Let's see what this sounds like right around here. All right, and let's add in some solo violin. I think it only has one part in this whole thing, but it's very important. And it's going to be panned left and somewhere in this reverb range, right about here. It's a really cool moment right here. Now, for the last couple minutes, I'm going to start filtering in and adding in percussion. So here we go. Oh boy. All right. I think that's enough for today. I'm out of time, but man, I'm like 90% there, and I'm super happy with it so far. Hope you guys had fun with this. I got to wrap it up. But hope you'll join me tomorrow for the Sea of Stars live stream, which is going to be a lot of fun. And then, yeah, for those inside the Video Game Music Alliance, we have a live Q&A on Friday. So we just have a whole week of live streams, and it's super fun. So hope you guys have a fabulous day. I'll see you tomorrow. I'll play out the final track that we have so far as I pack up here. So thanks for being a part. Thanks for joining yet again for another live mixing session. Hope this was fun for you and instructive and inspiring. It's not done yet, but it's about 90% there. And of course, I'll tweak things in the next coming days as we get these suckers ready for Grammy consideration. Very exciting stuff. Have a great day. Talk to you later. Bye.